What we'll be making today is we're going to make apple cinnamon white cake, and what you're going to need is 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, which we have right there, teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 2/3 of a cup of white sugar, a half a cup of butter softened, 2 eggs, which we have, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1½ cups of flour, which we have right there, the 1 3/4 of the baking powder, which we have right there, half a cup of milk, and an apple peeled and chopped. Now we didn't peel and chop the apple because we're going to avoid a little bit of browning, so we're going to wait till the end to do that. Just going to preheat the oven to 350. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take the sugar and the ground cinnamon and we're going to mix that together in a bowl, and then we're going to set it aside. So I'm just going to use a fork to mix it up, and I'll bring it back once I have it mixed up. The brown sugar is mixed up. This is what your mixture is going to look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to beat the white sugar, the butter together in a bowl, and I'm going to use my electric mixer. So we have our butter in there, and then we're going to add in our sugar, and then we're going to beat it with the mixer until it's creamy. And I'm just going to bring you back and show you what that looks like for you. You don't have to listen to the sound of my mixer. Flour now is we'll be taking that and we'll be combining that and the baking powder together in a bowl, while we're waiting for the mixer to cream the butter and sugar together. So I'm just going to use a whisk, and I'm just going to whisk this together, and I'll bring it back to the next step. Once you mix up your butter and sugar, the timer's ready. Once we mix up the butter and sugar, this is the creamy texture it's going to look like, and we're going to add in our eggs one at a time. Then we're going to mix that up, and then I'm going to add the other egg in once it's mixed up. So I'm just going to do that now. And I'll bring you back once we have the first egg in. As you can see, it's getting a bit wetter than it was, and we're just going to add the other egg in, and I'll bring it back. Add it in. This is what the mixture is going to look like. So we're going to add in our vanilla, and I'm just going to mix it, and I'll bring it back. And it's mixing up. As you can see, we just added in our flour there, and we're just going to bring our mixer back up, and we're going to start to mix that up. And I'll bring you back once it's mixed. What we're going to do now is add in our milk, and we're going to mix that until the mixture becomes smooth. And I'll bring you back once your mixture is fully mixed. This is what it's going to look like. So we're going to take the mixture. We're going to get our pan, which is greased and floured, and I'm just going to bring it and show you that. And we're going to get to the next step. So the next step of this recipe is to peel this apple and get it cut up, and I'm just going to bring you back. The apple's now peeled and diced up, so we're just going to get some flour and just going to take a spoon, and we're just going to lightly cover the bottom of that. And then we're just going to shake the pan just so it's covered and it doesn't stick to it. So I'm just going to shake that up more, and I'll bring it back once it's shaked up. This is what it's going to look like after you sprinkle the dust all over. So we're just going to get the mixture and put half of it in. So once you get half the mixture into the pan, what you're going to do is you're going to take your apples, and I probably have enough apples to do actually 2, and you're just going to sprinkle them on there. And then we're going to take our brown sugar mixture that we set aside, which is right over there. I do apologize for shakiness. My tripod part of my camera is broke, so I'm just going to take the brown sugar mixture in a spoon, and we're just going to sprinkle it on the top there. So what we're going to do is grab the dough or the mixture, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to put another layer in there, and we're going to cover up with dough, and I'll bring you back. So as you can see, the apples are on the top, and we're sprinkling it with brown sugar, and you're going to use your spoon and you're going to rub it down just to make sure the apples stick into the batter instead of falling off. So I'm just going to continue to coat it with brown sugar, and I'll bring it back. This is what your loaf is going to look like before you put it in the oven and bake it for 30 to 40 minutes. And you're going to bake it on 350. So I just wanted to show you. I have 2 done. So I'm just going to put them in the oven, and I'll take them out and show you what they look like. Once your apple loaf comes out of the oven, you're going to stick a toothpick in and make sure it comes out clean. So I'm just going to slice it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's sliced. Once you got the apple cinnamon loaf, this is what it's going to look like on the inside. So I'm just going to slice it up. Like, subscribe, and enjoy.